All right, guys, welcome. It's your boy Riley Hunter coming to you from here in Utah, the United States. I'm super excited to be coming back to these at a more regular pace. One sec, guys. Let me get out of that. Super excited to be back to these calls on a more regular pace. Had a kind of a crazy last couple months of my life. If you guys see me take a break throughout this, simply it's because I got kids here tonight. My wife's currently not here at the point in time, but so if I have to run in there and lay the smack down on some children, then you guys know why I disappear suddenly, but I will be right back. Okay, so this is being recorded. Like I said, welcome. Thank you guys for attending. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Riley Hunter. I am a happily married person, father of 4 amazing kids. I own a construction company with full-time employees, and I've been trading Forex for just over a year. I've had some super, super awesome mentors. And what this method I'm showing you right now is a combination of kind of everything that I've learned. This is my traditional strategy. I'm currently working on another one called the Falcon strategy, and it's pretty kick-ass. So that'll be coming soon, kind of a little hangout last night. So if you guys are excited to be here tonight, do me a favor and go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you guys are excited to be here and you can see my screen and hear me clear, please put a 1 in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get this thing rocking. Cool. Seeing some 1s. All right, cool. Cool. So what we're going to go over tonight, I'll go ahead and start with the setup on my charts so you guys can see what it is that I'm using. Okay, so when I first start my setups, I always come in here and I put in my EMAs, okay? So what you're going to do is, a lot of you, when you first open up your chart, it's going to look like this, okay? The first thing I do is I go to the daily. I go to the daily, I zoom all the way out to this is gray, and I hit my candle chart. Then I zoom in twice, 1, 2, okay? Then I right click on the screen, I go to properties. First thing I do, I go to common, I go to show ask line, then I go back to colors, hit OK, right click properties. Oh, sorry. Right click, I hit grid. So now my screen is black. Then what I do, I go back down to properties. Roy, what's up? I go down back to price and I go to colors, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is bar up is going to be lime. Bar down is going to be this fire brick color, okay? Bull candle is going to be lime. Bear candle is going to be fire brick, okay? Then I hit OK. Now what this does, it just makes it a little easier on the eyes, for me at least, okay? When you're looking at the charts a lot, you want to have a little bit of relaxed colors, not so bright, in my opinion. Okay, so we got that set up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to go to indicators. I'm going to hit my trend, moving average. First moving average is going to be my 800. Okay, so you're going to type in 800 over here. It's going to be 0, exponential, close, and the color white. Hit OK. There's our 800. We're going to do that. We're going to do this 2 more times. So we're going to go to trend. So indicators, trend, moving average. The next one is going to be your 200, exponential, close, and it's going to be lime. Okay, we're going to hit insert, indicators, trend, moving average, exponential, except this time it's going to be your 50 EMA. All these things. It's 50 EMA, exponential, and it's going to be, I would do this medium blue, okay? So that, then what you're going to do is you're going to right click, going to hit templates, save, and then you can type in whatever one. I just put basic template, okay? Mine's going to look a little bit different because I've paid for an indicator that for a system that allows me to have the 800, or sorry, the 200 and the 50 on multiple time frames. So you'll see mine, it'll change, look a little bit different. Mine looks like this. What this does is this is showing me the 200 and the 55. So I actually need to change this one to 50. Oh yeah, we did that. Okay. So we have the 55, the 200. It's 55, 200, and 800. But I also have the weekly 200. I have the monthly 55. I have the monthly 200. Okay, so if you go to like the 4 hour, it'll show you the EMAs on the weekly, the monthly, and then the daily as well, which is a really big help because you can now see, for instance, right here, the market's coming up toward 4 hour 200, but it's also coming to our daily 55. So this is going to give you a lot of stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, just go ahead and shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever in the group, and I'll shoot you over some information to get that, you know, if that's something that you're looking for. If not, it's cool. You know, it's not something you need. It's just helpful. Gosh, this stinking indicator, or wish I could get rid of that somehow. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So I'm going to go over what I call my hot pairs. Okay, 6 pairs: GU, EU, UJ, EJ, UCAD, and GJ. Okay, GU is the Great Britain pound versus the US dollar. The EU is the European dollar or the euro versus the US dollar. UJ is the United States dollar versus the Japanese yen. EJ is the euro versus the Japanese yen. UCAD is the US dollar versus Canadian dollar, and GJ is the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen. So what we're going to be going over here, and this is a perfect example. Okay, so as you guys know, I trade from higher time frames. I love patterns and EMAs. So right off the gate, what I can see is this. Okay, I can also see a double top. Now what a double top is basically is an M, and what that is it's a pattern to the downside. So you can see we have an M. Let me change that color. Let's do white. Clear all drawings. So you can see we have an M right here. Okay. If you guys can see the M, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys can see the M, put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure everybody can see the M. Cool. So the way this works is this currently is not an actual double top. What we look for in the double top is a break of what we call the neckline, which is this area right here. Okay. It's where the first peak comes down, is rejected, goes up, creates a second peak. It's the rejection of where the two peaks meet, or a V. Can you see this V? Price fluctuation is what this is called. Let me draw it real thick so you can see this V. Okay. The larger the time frame, the better the pattern, the more strength that the pattern has. So what we're looking for is we can see we already have this trend line going here, okay? This upward trend, which is creating an ascending channel, which is good because an ascending channel, if you're on my session the other night, is a indication of a reversal to the downside, okay? So right now we have an ascending channel like this right here. Plus, on top of that, we have our weekly 55, our daily 200, and our daily 55 that we have closed below, as well as closing below this trend line. So in my eyes, they say the 90% probability is to come to the beginning of this correction. Okay. The theory behind a double top is that the trade will go either the length of the V, which is 356 pips, or it will match the left leg. So it's already past the first level of resistance. So we still have currently 240 pips to 350 pips to go. So if you're asking me, Riley, what would you do with this trade? My first indication, the great thing about this program that gives you these other EMAs on the higher time frames or on all the other time frames, no matter what time frame you're on. So for instance, I'm on the daily, but I can see the weekly 55. I can also see the weekly 200. I can see the monthly 55. And if I come lower, I can also see the monthly 200 EMA. So if you're asking, Riley, what would you be doing in this trade? I would be looking to sell this long-term to the downside to come to either the origination point of the correction, which was an impulse to the downside, and then it began its correction. Okay, impulse to the upside, begin its correction. So what I'm forming my opinion off of is the basis of this double top. So what I'm going to be looking for is this next candle, okay, on Sunday, right here. But since we drew up on the daily, we're going to enter downwards of the 4-hour and 1 hour for our entries to get a tighter stop loss and a clearer entry. So let's go ahead and go down one time frame to start with to the 4-hour. Okay, so as you can see, we are now below all these EMAs, okay? We're below the trend line. We're even below our 4-hour 800 EMA, which is super good. You can see we've broken through and we've retested this. So my entry would be, I would actually be looking, so sorry guys, my daughter just came and I had to kick her out. I feel so bad now, she's crying. So right now what I'd be looking to do is, if on the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart on Sunday, we have an impulse to the downside with the correction, okay? This is a trade that, if as long as on the end of the day, on the daily chart on Sunday, okay, the end of the day, as long as this next candle closes below our trend line, I'll be looking to stay in, I'll be looking to enter this trade. My stop loss is another reason why this program is good for these EMAs, because now I can hide my stop loss behind the daily 200, the daily 55, and the weekly 55. Without this, I'd have to go clear up here to this recent high, which would put my stop loss around 100 pips. Now I can come just above here to about 60 pips. So it saves me about 40 pips. 1 second, guys. Oh, wait, what? Can't see the chart. Can you see the chart now, guys? You guys see the chart? Okay, cool. So what I was saying was, the cool thing about this little program right here that gives you these EMAs is that it's going to give you a tighter stop loss, okay? So we're going to jump down the 4-hour. And because of these EMAs that I can see, I now have multiple areas to hide my stop loss behind, okay? But me, what I'm going to do, I'll come here. See, originally I'd have to put my stop loss above the most recent high inside the channel, okay, which would be clear up here. But because of this program, I can actually put my stop loss around here. So my stop loss is going to go just above here, roughly at 1 point. Let me get this to come over a little bit, guys. Okay, roughly at 1.3. 1.31000, which is roughly 70 pips. So it saves me about 30 pips. Okay, my take profit is going to be around 1.27968. Okay, so for GU, that's what I'm looking for. The good thing about GU, guys, is it's in a fall right now because of Brexit. Okay, things are going crazy. It is a scary pair because of that, but it's, I mean, you can see for weeks it's been in a, it's been in an uptrend, and now it has broken through your trend and is now in a downward spiral, at least in my opinion. So that's GU. Let's hop over to EU. EU has been playing with my emotions for so long. So I'm biased to selling. For some reason, I just feel like selling is where I want to be at. And in my opinion, this is on a buy. The reason I say that is because of this double bottom right here, this ascending double bottom, okay? So the other thing that people may be saying is, well, Riley, you have a descending channel. which is true. We have a descending channel right here, which is a reversal pattern to the upside. So in my opinion, this is going to do one of two things. We're going to get a little bit more of a sell to here, and then it's going to shoot up. Okay. You can see for months, this stayed around the 1.1300 level, and it's broken through, okay, this area. I don't think it's going to stay down there, okay? I just don't think it's going to stay down there. So for me, personally, I'm not looking to trade EU. The other reason is because, at least not from a higher time frame, the reason is because I'm biased to selling, and I believe this may go down a little more, but I don't know. The other thing is, if you can tell, there's really no strong EMAs for my stop loss to go. I have nothing down here. All my EMAs are up here. Okay, that's the other cool thing, is that it's showing me all my EMAs from multiple time frames. So I'm actually gonna, if we go down to the Roy says 1.118. Let's see, Roy, where you're at. I agree, Roy. If I was going to buy this pair, that would definitely be the area, one of the areas I'd be looking at. Me personally, I would be going down just a little bit further just because of this descending channel. I'd have to jump down the lower time frames. But I think your stop loss would need to go somewhere. The problem is we don't have any indication of how far down this is going to go. So what I'd be looking for is this to come down and open back up above here. I really don't like the fact that all my EMAs are above it, but in a descending channel, it's a pattern that shows a reversal to the upside. So if we let's jump down to that 1 hour real quick and see what we got going on. One sec, guys. I got to change this video for my daughter on her tablet. So down on the 1 hour, so let's see. So, Roy, in my opinion, for a buy from the daily chart, I would be looking for my entry to be more around I'd be waiting to see if it breaks this double bottom formation right here. Okay, so we have a clear double bottom right here. Okay, let me pull out my annotate. So we have a W. Gosh, why is it red again? So we have a double bottom here. We have one bottom of fluctuation, and we have the beginning of another bottom. So I'm going to be looking to see if it breaks this area. Because if it breaks this area, that means it just created a lower low, which means it's most likely going to go down to this area and reject off. Okay. If it doesn't go below this area and starts to climb back up on the lower time frames, I would be looking to start to buy this to the upside to at least this area. And then I'd be looking at this area because this should, according to this pattern, come back up and break through to at least this area. Okay. So that's what I'd be looking at, Rory. I'd be more concerned about this area, the double bottom. If it closes and starts moving its way up, then yes. If you have a candle, two or more candles that close above this area and start working its way back up, I'm looking to buy to the upside to at least the top of this channel. Okay. If it breaks below, then I believe it's going to move further down and either come here and then start to move up, correct, impulse, correct. I just, you know, that's, I need more confirmation to have any type of pending order for that. Does that make sense, bro? Cool. Okay, so there I guess there's my outlook on EU to the upside. Let's move on to UJ. Oh, let's get rid of this. Oh man, UJ is just messy for EMAs right now. We have a cluster of them right here in this area. We do have a descending channel moving its way up. So for an outer structure. So the red and yellow EMAs, I don't even really use them, but they show kind of a, so if you notice when the yellow EMA is above the red, the market's moving up. When it's below the red, the market's moving down. It just shows kind of it's a tight to price directional EMA, but it's a lagging indicator, okay? These small 5 and 15 EMAs, they're lagging indicators. They're all lagging indicators, but the small 5 and 15s, it just helps people find direction. I mean, if you have a hard time seeing the direction of market, you know that if the yellow is below the red, you're in a downward. If the yellow is above the red, you're in an upward momentum. Does that answer your question? Nam, does that answer your question? There's also a strategy with the EMAs, the 515. I think it's the 5. Is it the 5? I have the 13. Oh, the 5 and the 13. So if you notice, when these two EMAs, if the yellow's below the red and it crosses over the 55, the market goes down. If the yellow's above the red and crosses the 55, the market goes up. But it's a sketchy method, okay? But some people do it. And you can back test and see that it does work, but sometimes you want an impulsive candle to break through with, either to the downside or the upside. So you can see the impulsive candle broke through to the upside with the yellow above the red and it went up. An impulsive candle broke to the downside with the yellow below the red and it went down. Okay, you want the impulsive candle. So does that make sense, Nam? No problem. Cool. So UJ to me is messy. That's why I like this program that has these EMAs, these added EMAs, because it'll show you, I mean, it's just a clutter of EMAs. So this is a descending channel. So what I'll be looking for in this one, if I was to even consider it, would be for it to break above all these EMAs right here, work its way to the upside and break for a buy, because this is clearly starting to go into an uptrend. This is the descending channel, which is reversal to the upside. If not, we could see this. Okay. Just depending on the correction. This is why I really like this program where I can see all these EMAs, because I can see what's going on with all of them right here. So this one would be one that I wouldn't even look at for my style right now. So let's move on to EJ. Now EJ, can you see? Oh man, this is such a beautiful area right here, guys. This is you see all these EMAs right here. This is insane. This is why I call an A-grade trade. Okay. This market, if it makes its way back up here, which is a lot of movement. I mean, this is a long way, 300 pips. Who knows? You know, it could happen in not too long. I would wait for a close below these and take it. This is an A-grade trade to me. But in the meantime, We clearly have lower lows and, oops. Oh, come on. Okay, we clearly have lower lows and we have lower highs. Okay. So at the current time, what we're looking for, we have a clear ascending channel that has been broken. Okay. We're impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, slight correction, impulse to the downside, correction, breakthrough with this huge candle. Now we've broken through this ascending channel. Remember, 90% probability says the market will most likely go to the point of the correction origination, which is here. So on the daily, what I would be looking for to this trade, see you have an impulse to the downside with the correction right here. So I'm going to jump down to the 1 hour and see what we got going on. So we can see that our area of target is down here. Okay, right now, we currently are in a major correction. Okay, we had the impulse to the downside. Now we're in a correction channel, which is an ascending as well. Two most recent touches right here. So, two things. The first, if this breaks this correction channel, I'd be looking to take this trade to this area. Okay, roughly at 123,670. Okay, you can see right here this major correction area, but the problem is we already broke through once. So this no longer, I mean, we have to evolve this line, but it's a major impulse on the daily. So what I want us to focus on is the impulse and correction. So we have the impulse to the downside, our correction to an ascending channel. Be looking for the break below this, okay? The break below this ascending channel. Your first area target is going to be roughly in this area. Your second is this area. So you're looking at anywhere from 60 pips to 150. So that's UJ. Let's go back to the day and see where EMAs are at. Or EJ, sorry. So as far as a stop loss goes, on your hourly, you're going to want to put it, I mean, you can get your 55 hourly EMA, but I would roughly go 20 to 30 pips above this channel. So you're looking, well, if you just go right above this structure, you're at 46 pips, okay? Just above the outer channel. 46 pips for 60. It's not quite a 2-to-1, but our ultimate target is down here. So you're more like a 3-to-1 in this area. Okay, and as the market moves down and corrects, because it's most likely going to do this. It's most likely going to break, have a correction, impulse down, have a correction up, impulse down, boom, first target. If it breaks through here, then we know that we're going to be continuing to go down to the downside, okay? And you'll be moving your stop loss as you're going down, securing profits, okay? Plus you can scale in, but that's for another time. So EJ, that's what I'm looking for, the break of this ascending daily or hourly channel. Boom. I'm going to get in. Stop loss going to go above the outer channel, and I'll be watching it as it comes here, okay? This will be my first area to take profit, roughly 70 pips. You guys following along so far? If you guys are following along, put a 1. If you're getting value from this, please press 2. If you're getting value from this, please press 2. Just want to make sure everybody's getting value, to make sure that I'm bringing something to the table. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. So let's go ahead and clear these out. Let's move on. UCAD, daily chart. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rory. So UCAD off the top. Let's see. Oh, you guys know my favorite pattern. Guys, those of you who've been on my trainings, what's my favorite pattern to trade? My favorite pattern to trade, guys. Roar, yep. Triangles. Symmetrical triangles, in my opinion, are king, along with ascending and descending channels or falcon channels. So right now we're currently in a channel, okay? Price is above all the EMAs. It's creating an uptrend. We had an impulsive candle to the downside right here. So this is a trade I will be waiting for. And the reason is because I believe that we had a major impulse. Okay, market went up, came down, and we're in a corrective mode right now. Okay, we're also in ascending channel. So I have two patterns in one. Currently in an ascending channel. So this will be a trade that I'll be waiting for it to break through these EMAs right here. Guys, I'm telling you this program that you put in your MT4 account number into it, and it gives you all these EMAs from all the higher and lower time frames. If you guys need this, hit me up. It's it's not free, but it's here for you to use, and it's improves your trading. So what I'll be looking for with this trade, guys, this will be one I won't be taking. It may take a week, but I want this to come down to the downside, okay, and break. But I want it to break through. I'm hoping that this EMA stays somewhere around here, okay. This EMA will obviously go across, but this is the daily 200. Okay, I want my stop loss 25 pips in the channel, okay, which will also hide my stop loss behind the daily 200 EMA and the daily bottom end of the triangle. Okay, the market has been in an uptrend and then moved to a downtrend, okay, impulse down, and it's in a correction of an ascending, which is a reversal to the downside. This indicates to me that this will be a break to the downside triangle, okay? If it breaks to the upside, I will need a retest to the downside with the close above before I go up, because that would be counterintuitive to what we have. See, we had a descending channel with an impulse, okay? You can see the channel is going down to the break to the upside. Now we have a channel, we have it coming down, we have a channel to the upside with the break to the down, okay? The theory behind triangles is this. The length where the first candle can be drawn straight up and touch the triangle, or straight down and touch triangle. It can't go like this to an angle, and it can't go down and touch nothing. Makes a symmetrical triangle. So we are looking at roughly approximately a 500 pip move, okay? If anything, to the correction origination, which is here, okay? At the minimum, we're looking there from here to here, which is still 100 plus pips. But I would be looking to take this somewhere downwards of my daily 800 EMA, okay? Did that make sense? This is a triangle to the downside with an ascending pattern to the downside with EMAs. Let me know if you guys have questions about this trade, because this is one that you're going to be wanting to pay attention to for the upcoming week. It may reach it in the next week. It may take 2 weeks, but this will be a trade that you can capitalize on a major amount of pips. I can't guarantee it because you can't predict the markets, okay? We aren't fortune tellers, but we take the most highly probable trades we can find. And this is a very highly probable trade that will be coming in the very near future. So if you have any questions, ask them now. Okay, no questions? Okay, let's move on to GJ. GJ, I'm going to warn you, has a beautiful double top, just like GU, but even better looking. Okay, let's go ahead and delete this. All right, so here's our double top, guys. Once again, let me draw this out. Make sure we got white. Okay, so we have our first leg with our first top. Okay, we have the first side of the V with the fluctuation up, creates our second top. Then we have our down. a little bit of a retrace, and we're right now currently stuck at the neckline. So let's go ahead and zoom. Let's go ahead and put a line where the neckline is. I'm going to say roughly about here. Zoom in, erase this. Let's bring ourselves back. So you can see this double top. Okay, can you guys all see the left leg of the M, the middle point, the second top, and it's starting to form the right leg of the M? Can you guys see that? If you can see that, put a 1 in the chat. It's important that you see that. Okay, you guys can see that. Cool. So we also have, once again, our channel here. We had an impulsive break of the channel. Okay, this was also an ascending channel, just like GU, okay? Which is a reversal to the what? An ascending channel is a reversal pattern to what? An ascending channel is a reversal pattern to what? You guys? Roy says down. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, an ascending channel is a pattern reversal to the downside. Okay, not just that, but remember the program I told you about, these EMAs right here, guys. Look at this. Again, we have the ascending, yeah, it's a reversal to the downside, correct. Now, so we have all these, this was cool about this program, guys. We have your daily 55, your day 200, and your weekly 55. So our stop loss, we're already looking to go. So I want it to break this area right here, okay? I want it to break. I want this candle to come down, because if this candle goes up, that's a pattern for a morning star, which means it's going to come back up this way. This candle closes below 144, roughly 144, 200, 250, and breaks at the most this area right here, okay? This area, 143,923, and closes below it, we're going one of two places. We're either going to the left leg, which is here, okay? Or we're going to the correction original point, which is down here. Okay, and that's what I love about this program where you get these EMAs, guys, is we take the trade down here. Our stop loss is roughly 159 pips. It's a big stop loss, but you're going for roughly 234 pips, okay, to roughly 700 pips. You know, yeah, the stop loss is kind of queasy, but to take big trades, you need, I mean, this is just the way it is. We've already, the hour, we have a double bottom that we already made a lower low. Okay, the 4 hour, we're below all these EMAs already. All of them. The 200, the 55, the 200, the 55, the 200, the 50, which is good. The daily is where we're looking to trade. Let it break this line. Be patient. If you want to put your stop loss at a higher level, you can do that. It's up to you. I would recommend above these EMAs and inside the channel, okay? That is GJ. So for next week, what I'll be looking to trade is definitely GU to the downside. EJ to the downside once it breaks this ascending channel. And then I'll be watching UCAD for the triangle. Guys, I only take maybe 8 to 10 trades a month, but the trades that I take go hundreds and hundreds of pips. Okay, so do you guys have any questions before we break out? Any questions, you guys? No questions? Nam, shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll give you the info on that paid indicator. And remember, it doesn't call out trades. It just gives you the multiple time frames on the all the other time. Gives you the multiple EMAs from other time frames. So if you guys want to know, hit me up on Facebook. Just look me up under this name. Okay. You'll see the picture of my face with a hat on. That's all there is. My profile. Look, I'll show you right now. Okay, this is me right here. Just send me a friend request and ask me for the information about the indicator where you can get the multiple EMAs. Okay, guys. Other than that, appreciate you guys getting on. I always love being on here with you guys. Let's get back to the chart here. And if you guys got any questions, don't be afraid to hit me up. I mean, I'm a normal person just like you guys, and I love helping. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This recording will be posted. Oh, wait, let's see. Thanks. Oh, yeah, no problem, Karen. So this recording will be posted in the group and the Telegram. I love you guys. Thank you. Let's kick ass this week. And I will be doing a midweek update as well, hopefully Wednesday or Tuesday. So be looking out for that. All right, guys. Thank you so much once again for jumping on, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.